people, it's Mark from Dog Brewery. There's been a little bit of interest in my labels, so I thought I'd show you how I create them. So here we go. Here's a few examples. Um, I sort of like to put labels on my bottles. Just good to give them away as well. Right, so there's really two ways you can do a label. You can go on an online service and use some templates, dead easy to do, or you can get your graphics package and design your own, and that's the method I now use. Using the online template, you can go to beerlabelizer.com. These are all free. Fill out the field on the right hand side, so we'll just put my beer in here. It's got a take off. It's a pale beer, and where did I brew it? I brewed it in the town near me, which is in the UK, a place called Wigan. Brewed in Wigan. That's just my tagline. Well, it's me in it, so let's put by Dog Brewery. And in this example, let's make it a 4.5% beer. So I'll change this. And I'm in Europe, so we're going to have a 500ml bottle. You can change your logos on the right, the colours, and also if you use the little arrows next to your bottle, you can actually look at different designs. I like that one, but now let's carry on. Once you've chosen your design you want, you can just click on it. There you go. That'll be it. Now you can just save, or you can even get them to print it out for you. But I right mouse and save image. So I'm just going to stick it somewhere. Give it a really catchy name. I actually create a folder and usually put all the bits in each folder for each, for every label I do. Okay, so we've saved that, ready for use later. Because this is a virtual machine, it doesn't always appear straight away on the desktop. Don't know why. There he is. Let's just double click it. Yep, exactly how he designed it. Of course, you could always print that off or whatever. I'll show you that later. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with that. Stash it somewhere. And the next bit is to design our own. So what I want to do is download the package first. Now I use something, it's free software for Windows. It's called paint.net. If you go to this site, getpaint.net, that's the URL. So where it says get it now, click on that. You get a bit of an advert. Yeah, definitely meets that. I've got an i7 super fast machine. Click on the .pdn download or the mirror on the right hand side, and it's like just click once to download, But yeah, you have to click on the paint.net 409. That's the version I'm using. So it's a pretty fast download of mine. I've got quite fast broadband. Open it up and install. Now this is a virtual machine, it's got virtually nothing on it, so I do have to install loads and loads of extras like .NET, so I won't bore you with that. We'll let it install and I'll come back in a minute or two. Okay, PC had to reboot, but we're back. So paint.net has created an little icon, it's got to open up. You can always double click. And this is the main interface. I'm just going to leave it all open, not going to change anything. First of all, we could do with a nice graphic for our bit of label. So there's quite a few free sites out there. It'll give you free art. So I downloaded this blonde woman with speech bubble. Basically, going to be a blonde, so I went to blonde. On the left hand side, you go into the thing that looks like a rubber or an eraser, and we'll just make it a bit bigger, and then you can just start getting rid of all this junk you don't really want, because I just want the woman on the right hand side. Now there is another way to do this, so I'm just going to show you how to erase. But if you've got that little wand on the left hand side, this sort of magic wand, select anywhere you want to delete, press the delete key. Hey, it's gone. Just going to tidy this up. Got little bits left. I'll just reduce my brush size a little bit. Okay, just to get rid of those little bits there. Okay, so that's how I did the background. What I'll do actually, I'll go and open one I made earlier. So I'm going to just get rid of that, don't save it. So this is one I cleaned up before I made the vid. This VM's a bit slow, so that's slightly chopped out, but that's what I wanted. Okay, so that's actually in the layer. Now over here you can see it says layer. I'm just going to add a new layer, and I'm just going to call it HoverDog logo. Okay, and it's going to open up the file. Now this is one of my original logos. It's quite large, so I'm just going to do a select all, Control A. But I'm showing you the menu so you can see where they are. Select all and copy, or Control C. I'm going to paste. Now I'm not going to expand the canvas. I'm going to keep it the same size because it's quite good for a label. I'm just going to resize this logo. Now on the top left of your tool thing, if it's on that little blue arrow thing, that means you can move stuff around. And it'll do around here, I think. Now on the layers, think of these as bits of paper, and you can move the papers up and down. So you know, I can put the HoverDog logo behind it or in front. I think I'll leave it in front, but let's just resize it a bit. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so let's do another layer, and I want to stick my HoverDog logo on. Not logo, text even. So once again, new layer. Open my text. Do Control A or select all, and copy. Just like before, we're going to paste it in here. It's a big logo, so we need to resize that. And when you're happy with the size and the position, actually I think it'd be better at the top. Right, now look at the logos. Sorry, the layers. I've selected the HoverDog layer, the HoverDog logo layer. Now if you select any text or any graphic, you're only using that layer. So you can move things around. It doesn't affect the woman or the HoverDog brewery text. That's why you use layers. Now create another layer, and I'm just going to call this black because I want it to be black. So click on the fill, the paint box thing. Oh dear, it's all gone. If you use these two little arrows on the right hand side on your layers, you can move your layers up and down. So we've now sent the black layer all the way to the back. So it's looking about right. Something missing. We need some information on here, so I tend to put things like when I brewed it, bottled it, etc. So I've just clicked on text at the top. I've clicked on white colour. Oh, I don't like that font. Let's change it for Arial. Arial, it's called. And I'll make it a bit bigger. Oh, not that big. Okay, yep. So let's just put a date in here. It's actually today, 26th of February, when I'm making the vid. Friday night, and I'm not going out. Terrible, isn't it? Eh? Don't worry, I'm going out tomorrow. So yeah, let's make another fictitious date up. About a week in a fermenter, a weekish. Let's just say March 2016. Now I do tend to like to make another layer called ABV, because this is normally a different colour or a different size than the other text, so you're best doing it. You could do it in the same layer. You can actually put another text box on, but I'm going to use a separate layer. 4.5, and we'll make that bold. I'm just going around the colour wheel on the left hand side, so you can see how you can easily change colour. It's just an example. Let's leave it as a blonde yellowy, and I'll stick it over there. So that's how you do a simple label. And what I'll do is I'm going to show you, I'll just save it now, sorry. It will save it as a PDN. Now you can see I did one earlier, but I'll just say this is blonde. So that means you can go back in later and edit the label. You can alter the logo, so you can actually sort of use one template if you wanted to. And if you want to save it as a PGN or a TIFF or a JPEG, you can then import that into your favourite package for printing off. So I'm just going to save that. It will prompt me for a quality window. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now to save it as a PGN, you've got to flatten all the layers so it's just one graphic. So that's just flattened it now. If we go and look in our folder, we just called it a blonde label. And there you go. That's our nice beer label. So you can see how I built it up with all these components to make one label. Now I have got a previous one here that I made, the blonde ale. So I'm just going to open that. Now this has been flattened. Now, of course, what I missed on the when I showed you, I didn't put the just get rid of those. I didn't actually put the beer name on, did I? So HBC Blonde Ale. It's the homebrew company Blonde Ale with additions. It's not original. Okay, so I'm just going to just close that out. Not going to save it. Okay. Now I've got here a nice Word document or a file. I use OpenOffice on here because it's free. So I've got my image. Let's go and just view it. My label. This VM's blooming slow. I'll just make sure I've got saved as the right one. Yep, the quality's good. Flatten it, because this is the one with the blonde ale name on it I didn't put on before. Okay, so I'm just going to view this. You could just insert graphic if you wanted to, but I tend to like to copy and paste. So right mouse on here, I'm just going to copy it. Let's just minimise that into OpenOffice, and we'll do a. Oh, there's no paste. Control V paste. This is an A4 piece of paper I've got here, but you can choose your own paper size. Just resize it a little bit and stick it in. And I could keep pasting, but I've resized this, so I've copied it again, and I'm going to paste it. Right, now there's a bit of a thing here, because in Word, Microsoft Word, if you paste, it'll paste it at the cursor, so you know where the cursor is. OpenOffice pastes it where the original image was, so I actually started pasting several images over itself. But you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just laying it out, making it all about the right size. You could just select a whole row, or you could even create a table if you wanted to, and just start pasting them in here. I always put a bit of white around it, because I'm going to get my scissors and cut that out. Okay, you get the idea. Oh, look at that, my graphics messed up. That's zoomed in, let's get rid of it. Okay, so normally it's gone printed off, cut it out, stick out new bottles. Now you can stick it on, of course, with A4, just use milk, bit of milk on the back, goes into glass bottles really easily. Plastic bottles tend to fall off. So what I'm going to show you now is, if you wanted to, you could go and use an alternative sticker method. Where's my file? Okay. So this is a pre-made sticker. I'll show you where it came from in a minute when it's bloody loaded. So this is my ginger fire I've made. This is just an example actually of how I did it before, and you get the idea, right? Let's just discard that, don't need that. So let's just go and show you something else. You can actually download these. I'll show you in a minute where I got it from, but you can download pre-made stickers. So you can go and buy these in the shop. The obviously sticker on the back, and this is just an example. I've got me Hover Dog Ginger Fire, and I pasted it onto the pre-made the stickers basically. But let's just show it again. Copy, paste, move it to the new location. Got to resize it. and voila, just repeat until you've got your stickers all done, and then of course you print it out on your sticker, and I don't know what I did here. I messed it up a little bit because my stickers have disappeared at the back, so I had to do Control Z and undo, and then they came back. So yeah, don't screw it up like I did. You get the idea anyway. You stick it out, just was it on your bottles. It's good using A4 or letter size, wherever you want to normal paper. Stick it on with milk because they come off really easy in water. That's how I do it. So let me show you where I get my labels from. So you go to Avery site, aalabels.com. You can go and find whatever size you want. Obviously, just measure an existing one. I got some original labels off a commercial bottle, measured it, and then decided what label I wanted. And you can then download that. So we'll download in Word. So this is a file I showed you a minute ago, the AA5008. And what I did, I actually just pasted it into a folder. When the VM gets to work. Come on. Yay, at last. Let's get rid of that. Right, this is where I went and installed OpenOffice at this point because it hadn't opened it, but you get the idea. So you download these pre-made stickers, and you can print your label out, stick it on your bottle. Okay, before I end the video, I thought I'd just give you another site to look at. So grogtag.com is another site I've used to create labels. You can actually upload your own label, it's really good. Well, that's it from Hoverdog Brewery. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing some super labels on your own bottles. So, as always, stay thirsty.